Talk Mindanao is brought to you by Growth with Equity in Mindanao, or the JAM 3 program.
Mindanao has consistently been a picture of restiveness. Many look at Mindanao as a place where armed encounters happen left and right, where some unscrupulous groups carry out bombings and get away with it easily. With this, many Mindanaoans have embarked into various efforts, all motivated by this desire to achieve peace in the island. Some of these efforts are self-initiated, others are stringed collectively. All these efforts, regardless of who are pushing them, are undeniably now making waves of significant changes in the peace and development landscape of Mindanao. One of the most prominent efforts of peace or in peace advocacy and peace building here is the observation of the Mindanao Week of Peace. It started in 1999 at the height of the armed conflict between the government and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front rebels. The observation of the Mindanao Week of Peace has consistently become a venue where peace and development frontliners find themselves together and advance their cause. These efforts are making rippling effects down to the grassroots level, where conflict is always seen and felt first. Madayaw, Mindanao. From the Marco Polo Hotel of Davao, I am Ethel Cantor Constantino. Join me in this first episode of the new season of the only television program on Mindanao. Here, we encourage people from the movers and shakers of our island to ordinary Mindanaoan to speak on and speak for Mindanao. You are watching Talk Mindanao.
Talk Mindanao is brought to you by Growth with Equity in Mindanao, or the JAM 3 program.
You are still watching Talk Mindanao from the Marco Polo Hotel of Davao. With recent development in Mindanao that highlighted the question on how peaceful Mindanao really is, it is just fitting that we open this season's Talk Mindanao along that line, peace and development. Our guests for tonight are recognized advocates for peace. They are religious leaders who have made significant contributions to foster peace and strengthen all those that have been established between and among Mindanaoans. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you our guests for tonight, the convener of AIMA, Pastor Priest Forum Mindanao. From my far right, Father Pete Lamata. Good evening, Father, and welcome to Talk Mindanao. And of course, we also have with us the Executive Pastor of UCCP Davao City, Pastor Mariano Apilado. Pastor, welcome. And of course, we have the Regional Chairperson of Ulama League of the Philippines, Ali Mahmoud Adilao. Good evening, sir. Yeah, this is now the 10th year for the Mindanao Week of Peace. Can you please tell us what is Mindanao Week of Peace all about? Father?
So good evening, everyone.
Yes, Father.
You know, this Mindanao Week of Peace celebration is a brainchild of the Ulama League of the Philippines. So the Ulama are our Muslim religious leaders. So they're equivalent to our bishops and Christians, Christian theologians. So. And of course, the bishops of Mindanao, the Catholic and Protestant bishops. Actually, this Mindanao Week of Peace celebration started in Zamboanga City because they have the PAS, Peace Advocates of Zamboanga. So for many years, they've been doing that. And they inspired the bishops on Ulama Conference. So this is also taken by the BUC, and they started to celebrate this Mindanao-wide since the year 1999. So the main reason why they thought of this, no, in Mindanao, we have so many activities, so many initiatives on peace. But then the problem is these celebrations are somehow sectoral or just done by some groups, by some cities, no, like Zamboanga. So there is a need to put together all these initiatives on peace. So that's why the bishops and the ulama thought that this has to be Mindanao-wide, so much so that it would create an impact, you know, to the Mindanaoans and to the Filipinos in general. And one thing also that is good in this, we have been celebrating this for 10 years already, and this created some very, very good impact, to our people, the Christians, the Muslims, and the Lumads. And now I am very happy that this work for peace is not only exclusive on the part of the religious, like us, but the people in general, especially the women and our children, are actively participating in this celebration of the Mindanao Week of Peace, and also on their different activities on peace.
Okay, thank you for that, Father. I would like to ask Pastor Apilado here, because you've mentioned that this is not a sectoral activity. This is actually encouraged also among other sectors in the society. So far, how can you assess, or what's your assessment of the participation of these sectors, the youth, the women, and other groups?
Yes, the celebration of Mindanao Week of Peace is not only Mindanao-wide, but it is interfaith, intergenerational. By interfaith, we mean Protestants and Catholics working together, and this is really a very noble way of working together, which was not really true a few years back. But we are very happy that the Christians, Catholics, and Protestant tradition are now working together, at the same time working with the Muslims. And the young people are very active because they often participate by on-the-spot painting.
Wow.
They have sports. They have Bike for Peace. There are discussions in schools and in different fora. And this year we are also thinking of participating in the flag raising ceremony of the city. All of these indicate the intergenerational, interfaith, intercultural aspect of the Mindanao Week of Peace.
Can you tell us the exact date for this Mindanao Week of Peace, so that our televiewers can also be aware of that?
So this celebration, as conceived by the bishops and the ulama, is celebrated every last Thursday of the month of November until first Wednesday of the month of September. So this year it is November 27 to December 3, 2008.
At this point, I would like to tell you that when we come back, let us see the Tawi-Tawi Simonol Island, the country's cradle of the Islam faith, which is living up to the teaching of Islam. Only here in Talk Mindanao. Don't go away.
Talk Mindanao is brought to you by Growth with Equity in Mindanao, or the JAM 3 program.